Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Tonight's dinner we are making a slow cooker chicken and rice. So, here are the ingredients you're gonna need to make this recipe. You're gonna need 10 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, which I have in this container, okay? You're gonna need 2 cups of instant rice, 1 cup of water, 3 cans of cream of chicken soup, celery, and your spices. So now, so what this is gonna be? It's gonna be a chicken and rice dish, right? So what we're gonna do now? Here's the thing. Here's the little trick, right? Here's the difference. We're not gonna put our chicken in first. We're gonna do our liquid. So we're gonna put in 1 cup of water into the crock pot. It does not matter how you do this. The only thing that matters is to get it in the slow cooker. So I'm gonna put in 1 can. I'm gonna put in 3 cans of this cream of chicken soup. So it's basically gonna have like a lot of great flavor in the crock pot, so that way it can cook. Because it's gonna cook on high for 4 hours. So what I'm actually doing is to cut it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that off because I don't want it on there. So that's 1 can. I'm going with a 2nd can of soup. And then I'm gonna go in with the 3rd can. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all 3 cans in the crock pot, okay? But we're only gonna do 1 can at a time because I can't. Now listen guys, because I don't want to mess up the water measurement, so I'm not gonna add water into the cans. I'm not gonna add water into it and then put it in the slow cooker like I usually would. Okay? I'm gonna just rinse them and I'm just gonna leave them on the counter. Okay? That's all I'm gonna do to the can. I'm not even gonna put water in. Usually I would do that just to get the flavor out, but we're not gonna do that today. Okay? So everything goes in the slow cooker. This is gonna be so yummy. And guess what, guys? After this, after we put all this in a slow cooker in the crock pot, guess what? That's gonna be it. Because after this, there's no mixing. You don't mix it, nothing. You just put it on top. You let it cook on high for about 3 to 4 hours, and then it's done. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our spices in the crock pot. Because now is where the spices go in, and then we're gonna put in our chicken. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one of that. I'm gonna put some rice in there because this is where the rice goes in, and then I'm gonna put in my chicken, and the chicken's just gonna go on top. But before we do that, because you know I have to do this right. Hold on, I want to make sure I stir this in a little bit, and I know my hand's getting dirty, but that's fine, just because of the rice. I'm gonna make sure you stir this in a little bit. Now I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna put my chicken in, okay? Now the chicken's just gonna go in. Now what I wanna do is I wanna nestle that chicken in with, I wanna nestle it in there. These are big pieces, but they're still frozen, and we're gonna cook these on high for about 3 to 4 hours. So nestle it in your crock pot the best way you can. Just nestle it, because I want to make sure all of it gets in there really good. So just nestle it in, because the next thing we're going to put in is, remember, we're going to put in some celery to go on top of it. So just on top, and now you're going to add in, my hands are very dirty, but that's fine. You're going to add in some celery to go on top of this chicken. Okay, and guess what, guys? That's it. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna cover it. I'm gonna put it on high, and I'm gonna cook it on high for about 3 hours or until the meal is done. Now, I'm gonna wash my hands and then I'll come back and I will do the last final step. Now, this recipe, I've done it before, okay, let me explain it. This recipe is very simple to make. It's not that hard to do. Very simple, and you can adapt it in your kitchen. So what I'm gonna do now, if you guys want to know how to make this recipe, then you guys already know where to go. You guys already know to go to my channel, Jeremiah the Crock-Pot King, and there will be a printable version of this recipe on there for you guys. That way you guys can follow along the recipe. And you guys will kind of have an idea of what the video is going to look like. And it's going to be still good. Okay. Alright, that's done. So now what I'm going to do, move these out the way. And like I said, I'm going to put some water in them and rinse them out. Because I want these cans to kind of be... Okay? Now, if you guys want to know how to make this recipe, then you guys already know where to look. You guys know to go to my channel, and there will be a printable version of this exact same recipe on my channel. I know that was a little crazy, but that's fine. Okay, is the camera still going? Perfect. Okay, so now, guess what? That is it. So, where's my lid? Lid on. Lock it up. Turn it on. 4 hours on high. There you go. Alright, 4 hours. Hold on, wait. On. Alright, there you go. Alright, guys. So, nope. Wait, hold on. We're actually doing 3 hours. Start with 3 hours. On high. 3 hours and 30 minutes. High, done. Okay. Alright guys, so there you go. Alright, so we put the lid on, it's on high, and we're gonna cook it for 3 hours or until the meal is done. Now, what I'll do is I'll come back in about 3 hours and I'll show you what the meal looks like. But the meal needs to cook for 3 hours on high. Now, once the meal is done, so high, 3 hours. There you go. Okay. All right. So what I did was the lid is on high, cook it for 3 hours, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what this looks like. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll be back later to show you what it looks like. Bye. Vlog on. Peace out. Boom. Okay. Bye, guys.